Hello everyone, Ted Fletcher with FMS. Here I have a Toshiba RemotEye card and I want to show plugging into the USB mini port. That way if you wanted to access that menu, if you're running firmware version 1.16 or higher, if you want to do a factory reset, you have to actually access it through the USB mini. Anything previous to 1.16, you have to pull the faceplate and do a reset that way, which I'll show in a separate video. So here I'm going to go through, and first I'm going to open up PuTTY. So whether it's PuTTY, Hyperterminal, any terminal emulation program, I'm going to go to serial. You can see here it calls out wanting to know which COM port. If you don't know which COM port, depending on your PC and your program, the easiest way is just to go down to search. And this is a Windows 11 PC I'm on right now. Similar to Windows 10 as far as this menu directory. You want to come down to Device Manager and expand your ports. So here we can see I have these three listed, COM 1, 4, 5. I'm going to plug into the USB mini port. You should see that refresh. Scroll back down. So here we can see COM 8. The defaults are 9600, 8, none, 1. Flow control set to none. So we just leave the speed set to 9600. And then in PuTTY, you just have to type in what the COM port is. If I was using like my hyperterminal here, that you can select from a drop down. So I'm going to go to open. And there it is. So you can go to 1. See if I can expand this out a little bit more. Yeah. 1 will show you your options for setting the IP address, network control, account control, email, Modbus, or SNMP, Modbus BACnet, interface. The user guide does a good job calling out as far as these from a website. So those are all those. If you wanted to reboot the card, you can do it from this USB port. You can also either push the little reset button, which is underneath the network jack, depending on how you're looking at the card. It'd be the one your network cable plugs into, and there's a little opening and it says reset on the cover plate, so you just wanted to press that for a second or two if you want to reboot that way. Your other option is to unmount the card as far as the locking screws from the cradle and slide the card out. So here I'm going to do a factory reset, so I'm going to do option 2, or wait, back up, 0, go back 1. Here I'm going to do a 2 to reset to factory default. Like that. Are you sure? Yes. Well, now that that's been reset, then if I wanted to, I could always go back in. If I wanted to go into card settings, say if you wanted to change your IP, you can come in here. By default, these are set up as DHCP. They do have a default of 192.168.1.168 from the factory, but if you plug this card into your network, your DHCP server will try to assign an address to it. So here you go into here, and you can kind of see I have mine plugged into my lab network. So here we can see it's 101. So I'm going to make some other videos on this card as far as getting into the interface for the first time, and then going over some of the different menu options, whether you're using Modbus, BACnet, SNMP, going through. So thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good day.